Right, so we did Verdance on our opponent's turn. Now we can do Verdance on our turn, right? So still rampant growth, still gaining life, right? Healing potions, great way to start. But then we also have pick a card and Koshum, definitely useful. So nice and simple, right? We're just going to crack the 3 healing potions to start off. So that's starting our turn with 6 life gained for each of the rampant growths. And then we'll also pop the energy potions. Well, we'll do them in tandem with what we need them for, actually, right? So first energy potion gets us 2 resources. That allows us to play Koshum without actually pitching anything. And then Koshum allows us to use the pick card that we got through the Sigil of Temporal Manipulation, right? Because this isn't wizard non-attack action cards. This is any non-attack action cards, meaning that pick a card is actually really versatile because you get the reveal bonus for Koshum, you get the possible silver generation for card draw or cycling, and then you also get the fact that this is an instant speed with go again, meaning it generates an action points, which definitely makes up for the lack of some action point generation, right, that Verdance has in comparison to Oslo, right, and Lightning. So, pick a card. I did click it, didn't I? Yes, there we go. Pick throttle. Actually, 0 to 60. There was two yellows. Either way, right? We can now gain resources, but this is where I need to math. So we had 6. We have 1 floating. We need 3 more. So for the setup that I have, the energy potions will cover the cost of the actual action cards we want to play. So we need 3, and then we need Stormstriders, so that's 4, but then we have Robes of Rapture, so it's -3. So we actually only need 1 resource, right? So gain 1 resource. Perfect, and then we'll just gain some life, so 1, 2, and 3. And then the second pick a card, we'll just gain 4 life with. This time we'll definitely pick the 0 to 60. Look, yeah, it's fine. We're not using the silver to draw anyway, but this means we've gained 7 life plus the 6 from the healing potions, so that puts us at a grand total of 13 for the rampant growths. We also have 3 action points, meaning that we can Robes of Rapture, free of charge, and then we can start just stacking the amp, right? So we'll go rampant growth, both definitely gain the life and the buff, rampant growth, both. We're at 15-15, and then we get to a 16-16, and then of course we do Plume of the Evergrowth. We get 1 back, and we play it a 4th time. So we are now at 17-17-17-17, right? And we have exactly 2 resources for our Surgent Aether. Worth noting, this is the first card you play each turn with an arcane damage effect, meaning that this has to be the first thing you do, right? If you were to play any sort of arcane damage and then use Surgent Aether, this would not buff the following card you play. It's similar to how Channel Lightning Valley, whatever, I'll put it up on screen, right? It's similar to how that works, where it has to be the first instance of damage for the turn. But nice and simple, right? We have our amps, we're all good to go, so we can do Surgent Aether. It's going to ping. We're now at a amp of 63, meaning that we can then Aether Flare it, right? Continue it going, but we do need the resources. Luckily, we have instant ways to generate said resources. So we'll just crack the other 2 energy potions down, right? Basically, they're going to cover the cost of our spells. So another Aether Flare for 66, and then we can go Stormstriders into Open the Floodgates. And we, of course, can hit the Practice Dummy, since we are doing a ridiculous amount of damage. And then we get Overflow the Aether Well and Kindle, all with 2 action points left. So now we can amp, right, the Overflow the Aether Well, and then target ourselves just in case, right, the opponent has some Arcane Barrier left, right? So hold focus, and then we do Overflow the Aether Well, and yeah, no. Obviously, by this point, I'm sure their hand is exhausted, but there's our 2 resources, so now we can go Kindle, into Kindle, into Kindle, and then that nets us Sonic Boom, right? We have 2 resources, and because Sonic Boom, if it hits, we then can, banish a card and play at instant speed, meaning that the last action points does not matter so much anymore. So do Sonic Boom, and we definitely want to banish Sonic Boom with Sonic Boom, and skip my turn. What? You may play it this turn as though it were instant, and it costs X resources. To be honest, right, it's just icing on the cake. Yeah, the end sequence of cards wouldn't be that great, since unlike Aether Wildfire, you can't continue to carry over the buff, and playing an extra Aether Wildfire also wouldn't matter over Open the Floodgates, because again, it wouldn't stack. I go bad. Aether Flare. Playing a second Aether Flare, you couldn't then actually go into anything because we wouldn't have the draw potential. Basically, what did we miss out on? An extra 3/3, and then I think it was another Open the Floodgates into pitched off of the Snapback. Yeah. So it's an extra 6, right, including the one that's banished. 3 with Amp, which we would have got through the Kindle effect. Did I mess that up? Yeah, I messed that up. We didn't get I was meant to go Open the Floodgate into Sonic Boom. Oh well, right? Still, sizable amount of damage. Let's see, how much did we end up doing? We got 206, right? We can make it crazier and a lot less realistic, but hey, that's kind of what we do. So, if this wasn't unrealistic enough, let's see what else we can do. Right, so going down a nuttier line of cards, we have Moonwish and Sunkiss, which I love for melody, right? And sort of gets Verdance very close to trying to draw through the entire deck, landing the regrowths, and then maybe just pinging with a giant-ass staff, right? I could see that being a game plan. But nonetheless, we'll take our lumps, and then we'll temporal, right? They'll hit more Sun Kisses. So, Moonwish, it has the second clause, which we don't really want in a showcase fashion, since we hate shuffle. So, if Moonwish hits, search a deck for a card named Sunkiss, fantastic, right? In game, if you land it, you get a card back. You also put a card to the top of your deck to pay its cost, right? So, very, very good in the sense of Sunkiss, not very, very good in the sense of competitive, unfortunately. But yeah, we don't want to hit the shuffle effect, so I do have Oasis Respite, so we will negate our own attack for our opponents. But nonetheless, right, as per usual, we'll crack the energy potions. I also have Time Snap just to smooth it along. We're just going for insanity here, right? How much damage can we push? So, Time Snaps, and of course the 3 healing. And then we will put Koshim into play. We will then declare the attack, and then Oasis is the correct order, right? And we have enough resources, so that's fine. We don't want to choose a card from hand. And then we will Oasis Respite. We will prevent the next 4 damage that will be dealt to target hero this turn by source of your choice. So this is the source. That's a pickle, right? Because now it's going to shuffle my deck. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. What happens if I just pass? Is it a May? Search your deck, reveal it, put into your hand, then shuffle. It's not a May, so technically I'd have to find it. We'll see where the draws lead, right? Got us another Sunkiss, so maybe it didn't shuffle. Oh, perfect. It looked like it didn't shuffle. Cool. Well, I suppose, because we prevented Moonwish's damage. No, because it still got the shuffle effect. Whatever worked out, right? Wow, no. No, it did not, because these 3 cards are not the cards I wanted. Oh well. We can definitely still make something happen, right? Robe's Rapture. We need to draw, though. Which means it is still pick a card first. Right, pick a card. Hopefully get some silver. Nope. Okay. It was gain 1 resource, and then the left can be funneled into life. Although, through the Sun Kisses anyway, we have gained a decent chunk of life. That is worth mentioning. Right, and then we can Rampant Growth. And we will do both. 25 into 50, I'd assume. Well, 52. And then from there, I guess it's just Surgent, Aether Wildfire. Yeah. Surgent, Aether Wildfire. And then open the floodgates, off the Sonic Boom. Still a nice amount of damage. And then pick a card for the resources. Maybe the silver too, right? We need at least 2 for the Sonic Boom. You might as well gain the life. We might find the Rampant Growth again. Actually, if I gained more resources, we could have silvered. And that's a Kindle. So, unfortunately, the chain does end there. Still, right? A sizable amount of damage. Yeah, Is there a way for me to get the Sun Kisses off without the Moonwish impeding it? Well, I thought I was smart, trying to outsmart it, right, with the Oasis Respite. Basically, we only ended up playing 5 of the Sun Kisses, plus then 2 we drew, and then 3 were mixed. Yeah. So we could have definitely done a lot more damage. Didn't pan out. Oh well, you get the gist, right? We could probably do something longer with Time Snap Potions anyway. But in essence, Costume and pick a card, right? Or heck, just Rampant Regrowth. Rampant Regrowth is nuts, right? And then a big ass staff. Yeah, I think that would be decent enough anyway, because, you know, it's 1 source of Arcane, so you're going to get X per equipment. So at best, it nullifies the hand, and that's probably a decent OTK, right? What would it be? It'd be pick a card. No, it's still, I mean, it's as simple as just count your blessings, right? 3 Rampant Regrowth are pitchable into the staff. Let's see how much damage that is. So yeah, nice and simple, right? Just count your blessings. End up just fatiguing and having played all the other ones. And then 3 Rampant Growths into Surgent Aether Tide. Now, I have gone Energy Potions, Healing Potions, because I want to see what the damage is. I'm pretty sure that this will be more damage than the initial combos we showed off anyway, right? So, 3 Energy Potions, 2, 3. Spring Blossom puts us at 7, and then 3 Healing Potions for the damage. And then we might as well hold Focus as well, Amp 1, right? And then we do Count Your Blessings. And that is 11 life gain. So then we go Rampant Growth, both. Rampant Growth, both. Rampant Growth, both. And then Plume, pitch the Titanium Bubble. Well, actually, we don't have to. And then one more time. Yeah, this is definitely going to be more damage. And then just Surgent Aether Tide, right? So that already did 80 damage. And then in this sense where we have set up the sigils again, right? We can do Aether Flare, Aether Flare, Aether Flare. Now, worth noting, if we took out 6, it would be 6 by 4, right? Without the healing potion. So it'd be 24. So we could still end up doing 56 damage, right? Just count your blessings, Surge and Aether Tide. No healing potions on board. You'd still need a couple energy potions for the Plume of Evergrowth, right? Well, no, because the Titanium Bubble pays for that. You'd need 1 energy potion for the Surge and Aether Tide, and 1 energy potion for the Count Blessings. So 2 energy potions, played all count your blessings, and then just Surge and Aether Tide and the 3 regrowths. Rampant regrowth? Rampant growth, not regrowth. Rampant growth / life. And that 56 will do a sizable chunk, right, of your opponent's HP. It will probably be, you know, a decent win condition. But then in the case of this, right, we can go Aether Flare. We can pitch Aether Flare, Aether Flare. And yeah, do a smooth 338 damage. Just like that. I don't know what I think about regrowth. Right, again, the rune chant generation for Florian has the no-go again clause on one side. Right, I really feel like the amp should have as well. I mean, I understand their line of thought, right? They didn't want it to be a wizard non-attack action card, because obviously then there's ways to cheat it, right? But I think with Verdance's toolkit, it really should have been. Anyway, there we go. A bunch of damage as Verdance on our turn this time, instead of your opponent's. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.